Good morning. David wanted to build a temple for the Lord, and the Lord said no. He said, I'm going to let your son do that, Solomon. And in 2 Chronicles chapter 7, Solomon finished the temple. After finishing the temple, the Lord appears to Solomon in verse 12 of chapter 7. And it says, Then the Lord appeared to Solomon in the night and said to him, I have heard your prayer and have chosen this place for myself as a house of sacrifice. When I shut up the heavens so that there is no rain, or command the locust to devour the land, or send pestilence among my people, if my people, who are called by my name, humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal their land. It's a statement that God was making to his covenant people that if God sends judgment upon them and they turn their hearts toward him, he who now has a place to dwell among them permanently, so to speak, in that temple, he will hear and he will come and he will heal their land. Now, here's where we see this verse most popular. On bumper stickers with an American flag, 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves, right? I'll come to them and I'll heal their land. As though it's a statement about what God promises he'll do to America if we Americans will humble ourselves. Maybe people might use it and say, well, no, I don't mean Americans, but even Christians in America will humble themselves. It's odd, though, that it would have the American flag, and it's set in this like a way in which the promise here from Israel and the presence of the temple and the fulfillment of this promise to David now finds a kind of direct application, and that God is promising that he'll do something here in our nation, in the United States of America, and he'll heal us and our land if only we'll turn our hearts toward him. Does God want us to turn our hearts toward him? Yes. But America is not in prophecy. It's just not. There's no sort of national United States that shows up in the Bible, no matter how hard people look and no matter how hard people want to try to splice it in somehow in the book of Revelation. It's not there. So any idea that there's this quid pro quo when we humble ourselves, God promises he'll come, and in the United States, he'll heal our land because we have humbled ourselves. And we receive that as a direct promise of God. We're making what's called an illegitimate totality transfer. We're illegitimately transferring the totality of that promise given at that point in time to his people in the context of his dwelling among them in the temple to us here today in the United States of America. That's an illegitimate direct application of a promise to them. It's not a direct promise to us. Even though it looks good on a bumper sticker and it might feel patriotic, bad exegesis. It's not what the Bible is telling us. Take care.